The desert road stretches toward Egypt. Moses walks slowly. The words of the burning bush still echo in his mind. God is sending back to Pharaoh, back to the place he once fled. But Moses is afraid. What if they don't believe me? The Lord answers with a simple question. What is that in your hand? Exodus 4:2. A staff, just a shepherd's staff. But heaven is about to turn the ordinary into power.
Throw it down upon the sand. Watch the power in his hand. What seems small becomes the sign. God can move through yours and mine. Just to wonder, rod to flame. Nothing ever stays the same. When the Lord begins to speak, even weakness turns to strength.
Moses stands on the mountain road, the wind moves across the rock. In his hand is the same staff he has carried for decades, a shepherd's tool, nothing more. The Lord tells him to throw it to the ground. Moses hesitates, then obeys. The staff strikes the dirt, suddenly it moves, twisting, slithering, the wood has become a serpent. Moses jumps back in fear, but the Lord speaks again. Reach out your hand and take it by the tail. No shepherd would ever grab a serpent like that, but Moses obeys again. His hand closes around the creature and instantly the serpent becomes a staff once more. A sign that power does not come from the staff, it comes from the one who commands it.
Throw it down upon the sand. Watch the power in his hand. What seems small becomes the sign. God can move through yours and mine. Just to wonder, rod to flame. Nothing ever stays the same. When the Lord begins to speak, even weakness turns to strength.
God did not give Moses a sword, he did not give him an army. He gave him a staff, a reminder that the power of God often begins with what is already in our hands. The same staff that guided sheep through the wilderness will soon challenge the throne of Egypt. It will strike the Nile, it will part the Red Sea. It will bring water from the rock, the world would see miracles. But the power never came from the wood, it came from obedience, from a man willing to trust God with something ordinary. Pharaoh ruled with armies and monuments. Moses walked with a stick, but the stick in the hand of God was shaking empire. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground and it became a serpent. Exodus 4:3.
And Moses fled from before it.
Power begins with obedience.
Throw it down upon the sand. Watch the power in his hand. What seems small becomes the sign. God can move through yours and mine. Just to wonder, rod to flame. Nothing ever stays the same. When the Lord begins to speak, even weakness turns to strength.
The staff looked ordinary, but in the hands of God, it would divide the sea.